let me put it this way, I don't think the president-elect knows a foreign policy from a hole in the wall, so I think it's important that he have someone in the Secretary of State's job that does know some of these things, and I think she clearly does, and she could draw on her husband, so I don't see anything particularly wrong with all of that. I'm not trying to defend her. I think she would be, in terms of a competent Secretary of State, I think she stands probably head and shoulders above anybody else I can think of. There are all of these peculiar connections that the Clintons have had for years, and I can't deny any of those. I do believe, however, that when it comes to the serious issues of foreign affairs, she probably brings more to the job than most of the other possible candidates. And remember, we're going to have a vice president who thinks he knows everything about foreign affairs anyway. So if you don't have a strong Secretary of State, it's going to be run from the vice president's office, not from her office or his office. So I think she's the toughest one available, and I think under those circumstances, I think she would be a good choice, despite Mr. Hitchens and all of his concerns.
Well, that may be damning with faint praise, but let me ask you about some of these others who have been discussed. Bill Richardson,
yeah,
former UN ambassador.
Yeah, again, I don't want to beat everybody to death, but I have very little respect for his intelligence and his knowledge of foreign affairs. So, again, I'm going to come back to saying I think she's the best of the bunch. Okay, John Kerry. Yes, good, but is he able to stand up to the vice president? I'm not sure of that. Chuck Hagel, fellow Republican. Well, I've known Senator Hagel for a long time. I think he would be a very good candidate if he doesn't irritate too many Republicans if he takes that job. I think he could be a good Secretary of State. I shouldn't deny that. I think he could be quite good. What about well, we know that Dick Lugar was informally, at least our reporting is that he was informally approached about this, but sent the signal that he does not want to leave the Senate, the Foreign Relations Chairman. I think that's a wise choice on his part. I think great respect. I think he's best where he is right now. Is there anyone that you think in either party would be a good choice for this job right now? I have to say I've thought about this for some time. I really come down to Mrs. Clinton. She's not perfect, but amongst all of the candidates, given the fact that I don't think the president-elect knows much about foreign affairs, you need to have somebody with some character and some strength who can argue both with the president and with the vice president and can have the respect of most of the Congress, and I think she would have that.